draft choices as well, so a lot of new bodies for the Bulls.
Dang passes to Whiteside. Here's Butler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Just absolute domination in this one for Butler. He's got 11 points and 4 steals.
And for the Bulls, you have to remember that Derrick Rose is still in his mid-20s. So with his injuries pushing back their timetable slightly and a new luxury tax structure that's more punitive than ever, the Bulls opted to go a little younger and control their costs.
Free throw, good Butler.
And guys, you know it, the Bulls are a financially conservative team. I mean, probably the most reluctant among big market teams to pay the luxury tax. So they're trying to win and turn a profit, and until they're in legitimate position to win a title, you can't fault them for that. In one phrase, it's called managing the business.
And so Butler nails both of them.
A new look lineup for the Miami Heat this season. The big three of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh is no more. Certainly not what the fans hope for, but we'll see what this team can achieve this season with the new group. They'll be energized a bit. Obviously, they'll miss the brilliance of LeBron, but they'll be hungry to prove they can still get it done.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Miami, it wasn't a matter of money or anything. It just seemed that LeBron had accomplished, maybe in his own mind, everything he wanted to on South Beach.
And they did accomplish a tremendous amount. I mean, 4 trips to the finals consecutively. They won 2 of them, 2 NBA titles. But this is still a very good team with Wade, Bosh, and now Luol Deng leading the charge.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
The Bulls leading by 13. Heinrich gets to Gasol. No good on the triple. For Miami, they've gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. They set the pick. The kick out to Deng for the 3. They grab their own miss, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and 1.
And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
Mirotic, Clark, the first ever 2-time winner of the EuroLeague Rising Star Award. Certainly one of the most accomplished European prospects to enter the NBA in quite some time.
And, you know, Kevin, his game has been compared to Dirk Nowitzki or Danilo Gallinari, and both of those guys are pretty versatile, high-quality, highly skilled players. So Mirotic, a stretch power forward with really good intangibles, too.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
What a terrific job to get the release perfect that time. I thought it might get blocked or deflected, but nice stroke.
Even with giving up a lot of size in that matchup, still able to get off a nice long-range shot there.
And we've reached the end of the third. In Chicago, they lead by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Here is Heinrich. Norris Cole and Dwayne Wade combine at guard. Haslam's out there with Williams. And it's Anderson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Boy, his performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
Cole dishes to Haslam. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Luol Deng is checked in for Haslam. And it's Chalmers in for Cole. Dang attacking, and the layup falls. Dang's got 9 points here in the second half.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
And here's Rose outside, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
He didn't have to get off the ground very far for that one. The big man with the slam.
Well, he makes up for any lack of athleticism with that tremendous size, Clark.
Yeah, he's not exactly a smooth operator, but what he is powerful. When he gets positioned in the lane, he can go up and get it done.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Joakim Noah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, and for the Bulls, it really seemed like their defense and their offense revolved around Noah.
Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic. Saul comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Kirk Heinrich. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And Joakim Noah, as you said, the Defensive Player of the Year and the assist leader for the Bulls last season, playing the center position.
Yeah, that's why he deserved consideration for a spot on MVP ballots. The Bulls, without Rose, they lost Deng, and yet they still continued to win. I thought Noah's play and his inspiration and his desire played a big role in that.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Gasol kicks to Rose. Back to Gasol. The tray. Here's Butler. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 15.
He's enjoying himself today, guys. We knew going in that he had the upper hand on the glass, but I didn't think it would make this much of a difference.
They double him with Butler. And Chalmers kicks to Williams. And he gets it to go. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Rose can't get that one to fall. And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Chicago leading by 11.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bulls.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Derrick Rose. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
Kept alive, Anderson. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
Second team foul. Chicago foul called. Derrick Rose. That's his second personal foul. Chris Anderson. 2.
And the first one drops. Now, a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs, but they had home court advantage in the first round as well.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Sean Williams. Granger comes in for Luol Deng. Ennis, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
Here's Napier. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Shabazz Napier. 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Anderson. And both free throws good for Napier. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now to the left wing. Heinrich kicks to Mirotic. It's stolen by Haslem.
Well, looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
It's a pretty good finish to a very shaky offensive possession.
Now here's Brooks. Heinrich outside. Back to Brooks. He feeds it to Dunleavy. 3-pointer. Shot misses. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joakim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joakim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.